This is B2 Real Wilson, back with another video. In this video, I want to be discussing something I heard. I was watching Vicky Diller on the Flying Queen, and she was doing a cast about different pundits in the Democratic Party in statements they were making. One of them was a Democratic strategist by the name of James Carville. I'm very familiar with him. You know, he worked on the Clinton campaign, was very good in the Democratic Party. He also married, I think it was a Republican strategist. So I'm very familiar with him. But what caught me when I was listening to Vicky Diller was that she made a comment that he said that reparations was a cockamamie idea. And so upon further research, I didn't hear the word cockamamie, but I did hear him say that the reparations was a, what was the word I'm looking for? A goofy left-wing thing. And the question is reparations a goofy left-wing thing? And I'm going to connect that with Mr. Dr. Jason Johnson, who was on, I think, NBC. And in his interview, he made a comment that the African-American community, we would be willing to make a deal with the devil in order to get Trump out. And he also used words like holding your nose and all this stuff. So I want to kind of, come back to make a statement to both of these pundits that I know they're both wrong about what they're saying. The Democratic Party is going to have to come to grips that they're going to have to do right by us. I don't know why they're thinking that South Carolina or even Mississippi or the South won't save them. If the Lord is for us, He's more than a word against us. There's a lot of people in the ADOS, fundamentally Black American community, that have the Holy Ghost and that is baptized in Jesus' name, and that is not only concerned about their soul, but also social issues as well. I am one of those people. It's very unfortunate where I grew up, and we were taught to be Democrats. We didn't study people's policies or even their history, but those days are over. So to those two pundits that feel that reparations is goofy, I said, well, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And it's very disrespectful. And for those Democrats who feel we're going to have to hold our noses or even make deals with the devil to get Trump out, so, well, I'm just going to let you know I disagree with that. The ADOF, fundamental Black community, is tired of all this nonsense. We would never tell the LGBTQ community that their agenda is, goofy. We would never tell the immigrant community that their agenda is goofy. We would never tell the Me Too European feminist agenda. We would never tell them that their agenda is goofy. So why do you think you can come and tell the African American descendants of slaves, ADOS from the Black Americans, that their agenda is goofy, and say that this is not what a lot of African Americans are, concerned with? This is troubling. But with that being said, it is possible that the Democrat Party may be surprised in this election. I'm going to use the term, we can show you better than we can tell you. And it's unfortunate because the debt is due. The Democratic Party has had a lot of ADOS from the Black Americans as loyalists. My mom and my dad are Democrats. They don't think what I think, and they may go out and vote Democrat no matter what. But they don't speak for the 50 or 60, or they didn't say the 60 and below, who are kind of getting educated on this political process and the agendas that's been played in our community. So, I think it's pretty dangerous for them to say that. And we'd be nice if they both apologize. I'm speaking about James Carville and I think his name is Dr. Jason Johnson. Bloomberg was responsible for stop and frisk. And I'm going to hold him accountable, and I'm hoping that ADOS, Fundamental Black Americans hold him responsible as well, just like we held Hillary Clinton responsible for what her husband did. And what we're going to hold, Vice President Biden responsible for what, the bill that he architected, that Three Strikes You're Out bill, that was his architected bill. And we're going to have to start, we're going to be holding you guys all responsible for your votes in the House and in the Senate. And we're not going to be holding our noses. And I'm not voting for the lesser two evils. The problem is they're both evil. And that's the truth. And so I'm not going to be voting for that. Some may disagree with me on that. Some of you guys may be falling for the, I hate Trump, reality, and you want to see him out. I don't see a win with either party. But like I said, I'm not voting for Trump, but I ain't voting against Trump. What they're dealing with is not our fight. Like I said before in one of my other videos, Marianne Williamson, she was the one that said reparations. She's the one that said $500 billion. That wasn't what the debt is. The debt is said to be at 17.1 trillion. And I'm going to assume, I'm going to think from my perspective, it's a little bit higher than that. Maybe like $27.1 trillion. But with that being said, this is no time for the Democratic pundits, to just tell us what we want to hear. You're going to have to come with policy. You're going to have to come with a from my perspective, $500 billion sit down just to talk to us negotiation. I'm not talking about no HR 40. That's just a discussion to discuss the discussion of reparations. It'll do nothing for our community. But since neither party is having that discussion, then I'm not going to give my vote. It's that simple. And I'm hoping that a lot of the ADOS, Fundamental Black Americans, will follow suit. And this is where I think I'm a little different from Antonio Moore and Yvette Cornell. I'm not voting down ballot. I'm not voting for Democrat because Mike Bloomberg has, some Democratic people in Congress that if we vote for them, they're able to change the rules so he can buy an election. So I'm not supporting anybody, who's going to help Mike Bloomberg, use his billions to gain presidency. That's not right. And, we shouldn't support that. And we shouldn't support anybody who looks at our ideas as goofy. Or in some cases, and James Cobar didn't come out and say this, but he did use the word la la land. He's scared we're going to be going to a leftist la la land. But if reparations is la la land, then we're going to go there. I can't say that God's going to make the United States pay, but he may. I think it's a strategy that those that control this country may use because, as it said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And, this bumping over, against this, reality that the Democratic Party and Republican Party is doing may have an effect on the ADOS Fundamental Black American community, which may cause us to support anybody who wants to make us whole. And so, we want to be made whole, just like when we had the Revolutionary War, there were slaves who fought for Britain. Why? Because Britain promised them freedom. So, anybody who's promising us freedom and reparations, you're going to have my vote. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. But I'm not talking about a promise. We're going to have to, put some money where your mouth is. And because, people can say things, but we know sometimes when people say things, it doesn't mean they're going to do it. We're not looking to be wooed, we're not looking to be, told what we want to hear. We want people who are genuinely concerned about our plight and who generally want to make us whole. And this is what I am striving to, discuss. And anybody who don't believe that, then you may be surprised this election year. I'm not playing. I used to be a Democrat, like I said in one of my other videos, but now I'm independent. And I'm not going for anybody who's not going to support reparations deal. And I don't think I'm going to support any party that call reparations goofy. Or anybody who's telling me, well, I got to hold my nose and vote vote for the devil to get Trump out. So we're not doing that. This is how we got in this condition from jump. A lot of our political leaders have made deals with the devil already. And we have suffered because of it. So I have no desire to make a deal with the devil. And I'm not supporting any party that has no problem using the words goofy and reparations in the same sentence. You guys are going to have to get serious. It kind of remind me of Egypt when the Lord, through Moses and Aaron, told the Pharaoh to let the people go. And Pharaoh thought nothing of it. In fact, he told Moses, get back to your work. We don't care. That's not our issue. As if there was no power behind them. And I do believe that the Lord is giving the United States the chance to make this thing right. He's giving you a chance to do it on your own before he steps in. Because God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall also reap. And that goes for countries as well. And if you wrong a people, you've got to make them whole. But I don't know what the Democratic Party, is thinking right now. They're kind of pleading for the black man to do well in South Carolina. I think James Carville used the word like Mississippi and Georgia. He said we got to win them areas. But it's not right to tell 80 West fundamental black Americans to vote with nothing just to help you win to get rid of Trump. I said, that's not enough. You guys really got to get serious about what y'all saying. Everybody else getting something, but we don't get nothing. We're supposed to vote because you guys say it's going to be the end of this country. We don't vote Democrat. I said, you guys got to do better than that. And another thing that I was surprised with Jim Carville, that he had a hat that said United States Marine Corps veteran. And he used the word, I'm afraid. I said, that is very disrespectful to the Marine Corps. This is not the time for anybody to be expressing fear. The Lord said he has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So we're not walking around here afraid. I'm not walking around here afraid. And as a soldier, I think it was disrespectful, although I was not in the Marine Corps, I was in the Navy, to be walking around with, the military, United Marine Corps hat on and speaking fear at the same time. That's inappropriate from my standards. But with that being said, I'm going to encourage the ADOS fundamentally black Americans to think hard. Do you really think that reparations is goofy? Are you willing to hold your nose? Are you willing to make a deal with the devil to get Trump out? You got to make that decision. As for me in my house, I'm not doing it. So with that being said, if you like this video, I'm sure you're going to let me know. If you don't, I'm sure you're going to let me know that too. But thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.